Hello, once again, this is Antonio, and I'm coming at you with another exciting video. Well, to be honest, this video is not that exciting because Tiffany Lucas did the unthinkable. She was really out of her French toast mind to what she did to her own children. Now, I know a lot of people be like, oh, when you're a single mom, you go through so many things. And I get that. I have never been a single mom. I never even been a single dad. But what I can tell you is some people really go through a lot when they're the sole provider in situations. But in that hindsight, you could put your kids up for adoption. You could do so many things, but you do not have to delete your own children. And that's what Tiffany Lucas did. This mother out of Kentucky, she did the unthinkable. She deleted her children. All right. So, what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and share my screen so we can go ahead and really dive into what she really did. So let's go ahead and speak about it. And then we're going to talk about the sponsor of this video at the end of this video. But let's go here. Uh,
Entire community comes together tonight. We're learning more about the two young lives lost yesterday after a shooting in Shepherdsville. Hello, everybody. It's our top story on the night team. I'm Doug Proffitt. As the boy's mother appears in court for the first time today, charged in connection with her son's deaths. Close family friends are talking about the loss. WHS 11 Night Team's Connor Steffen shares more about the victims and the message coming from those who knew them tonight.
As a memorial grows out front this empty Shepherdsville home, the community's grief grows with it over the shooting death of two young boys.
I love that.
Look, here's another pinata one.
And in Shively in Louisville,
This is my favorite.
a family scrolls through memories, sharing their faces and names with us. 9-year-old Jaden on the left, his 6-year-old brother Maurice on the right.
They were very smart, sweet, loving kids.
Thinking of the boys, Talia Crutcher says were her own kids' best friends.
I'm a crybaby, I'm sorry.
She tries to hold back
My
tears.
son told me not to, but I can't. It's hard, it's so hard.
Crutcher says the two families met several years ago.
She had kids and I had kids and we instantly, our kids instantly fell in love with each other. They just played so good together.
They were funny. They are nice.
Talia's son Jordan says his favorite memories with the boys are when they'd play football together. He remembers the moment he heard what happened to them Wednesday.
I cried. I was sad.
And I have Tiffany Lucas.
Appearing virtually before a Bullitt County judge Thursday, the boy's mother, 32-year-old Tiffany Lucas, pleaded not guilty to the murder charges she now faces.
Charges specifically to
The judge not taking any chances with the bond.
Court is finding her to be a danger to others and will set a $2 million bond.
I don't think I can process it. I just can't. It's shocking, right? It's unbelievable.
She wonders if there were potential warning signs she missed. Crutcher, like others we've spoken with the past 2 days, say from the outside, Lucas appeared to be a dedicated, loving mother.
And I feel so bad for the boys because they still loved her and they still adored her and looked up to her. And just to think that.
A loss put into perspective as strangers and neighbors alike come together, remembering two innocent lives.
so, my question is, and I'm not here to beat down on everything, what do you think brought her to that breaking point where she did the unthinkable in this situation? Because it had to been something that took place, right? What was that breaking point where she felt that she wanted to take the lives of her boys? I'm just not sure.
More details on the disturbing case out of Shepherdsville. The mother accused of killing her two boys in Bullitt County, Tiffany Lucas, appeared in court today. And a detective from the sheriff's office shared new details. Thanks for joining us. I'm Shay McAllister.
And I'm Doug Proffitt. Today in court, it was revealed she told detectives the shooting was an accident. She's charged with the murder of her two boys. Ian Hardwitt and photojournalist Alyssa Newton have more on the testimony, and we're talking to family members.
They should both be here today in school, going to school, learning, playing sports.
Maurice Baker Jr.'s stepmother, Michelle Rice, and Bobby Baker, his aunt, gather outside the Bullitt County Judicial Center.
How do you accidentally shoot a kid 2 times and then shoot their brother? How do you do that? It's no.
No, there's no
we're
accident.
not accepting that.
There's
no.
It's not mental illness. She knew what she did.
She had options.
Bullitt County Sheriff's Detective Richard Beal testifies inside. He interviewed Tiffany Lucas, the mother accused in the murder of her boys, 6-year-old Maurice and 9-year-old Jaden.
I asked Miss Lucas if she meant to hurt her children. She indicated that it was an accident. Quote, it was an accident, end quote.
Detective Beal's testimony brought the hearing back here to the scene of the crime. He says another officer arrived to find a neighbor tending to the boys who were shot in the head, and that Lucas was outside in a nearby driveway.
Lucas's defense asks the detective if the sheriff's office tried to detect any drugs in her system.
Are you aware of any kind of toxicology screening or drug screening my client may have participated in between the time of her arrest and now?
The detective answers no after the defense motions to preserve and review the evidence collected by the sheriff. Judge Jennifer Porter approves and leaves Lucas's bond unchanged at $2 million. Although court ends for the day, it's just the beginning for the family's mourning 2 special lives lost.
We're going to be here every time, every step of the way. And we're going to make sure that we bring justice for these boys.
Justice, the grieving stepmother says, is the death penalty. In Shepherdsville, Ian Hardwick, WHAS 11, on your side.
And the judge ruled there was probable cause to bring Lucas's case to trial. The next time she'll appear in court, it'll be before a grand.
So I think she's out of French toast mind personally. I really do. But because I'm quite sure that she could have gave those kids away if she felt that she was at a breaking point. I think she's out of French toast mind. And she must pay for justice for what she did. A lot of times, us as humans are by ourselves. We are stressed people. We can be stressed. But what she did was just unjust and uncaused. All right. So new details were released inside a Bullitt County courtroom as a woman accused of fatally shooting 2 children appeared in court on Tuesday. Police were called to Tiffany Lucas' home in Shepherdsville on November 8th, where they found her 6-year-old and 9-year-old sons suffering from gunshot wounds to the head. Now, think about it like this. She shot one of the kids twice in the head. That meant that the gun had to have been loaded. She had to point it directly in the direction. And I think she knew exactly what she was doing. All right. Bullitt County Sheriff's Detective Richard Beal took the stand, testifying that he saw and heard the day he answered the call for a double shooting at Bentwood Drive. Beal was the sole witness in the court Tuesday. He said 2 neighbors from the same house called 911 once they heard gunshots coming from the next door. That's a cold-blooded. I'm gonna pause it there temporarily because honestly, this view is cold-blooded. No remorse, and that $2 million bond is justified. Now, I'm quite sure you're going to have, if people respond, because lately my video's been getting responses, and I thank you. I'm quite sure somebody going to try to justify this mother's actions. And if you do, I hope the community come down on you, because I'm going to be the first one to respond to anybody that justify what Tiffany Lucas did. That is a cold-blooded picture, and you see it just as well as I see it. Now, 4 gunshots could be heard on a nearby Ring doorbell camera. Roughly 4.5 minutes after the last gunshot is heard, Lucas can be seen leaving the house yelling for help. Beal said when he arrived on the scene, Lucas was collapsed in the neighbor's yard, while another officer went inside the house and found 2 boys covered in blood in the bedroom. A neighbor had initially gone inside the home, tried to save the young boys. He advised me that he pulled into his driveway. And when he did, he told me he saw the defendant, Miss Lucas, walking down the steps of the porch and eventually collapsing in the driveway. When he approached her, she told him that her kids were dying. Lucas told police someone had given her a firearm, which she left in the bedroom, indicating that the shooting may have been an accident. She said no one else had been inside the home. Bial said Lucas told police she was in such a bad spot and that she would never do anything like this unless someone manipulated me, and that would happen was an accident. Maurice Baker Jr.'s stepmother, Michelle Rice, and Bobby Baker, his aunt, took issue with the idea Lucas was somehow out of control. How do you accidentally shoot a kid 2 times and then shoot their brother? How do you do that? It's no accident, Bobby said. Now, okay, Maurice Baker's stepmother, Michelle Rice. So, who is Maurice Baker? Am I missing something? Am I missing something? Is that one of the boys' names? Is that one of the boys' names? Okay, Bobby Baker and Michelle Rice. Okay, hold up. Maurice Baker's Jr.'s stepmother. All right. Bobby Baker. Okay, I'm not sure. We're not accepting that, Rice added. It's not mental illness. She knew what she did. Lucas' defense asks the detective if the sheriff's office tried to detect any drugs in the system. Bial answered no. Later, the defense motioned to preserve and review police evidence, and it was approved. Judge Jennifer Porter decided to keep Lucas' bond at $2 million cash, saying she remains a danger to the public. She also moved the case forward, finding probable cause to have it go to trial before a grand jury. All right. So let's talk about the sponsor of this video, which is InVideo. YouTube has become a popular medium for content creators to share their expertise, creativity, and stories with the world in today's digital era. However, not everyone is comfortable presenting their face or disclosing their identity on video. Many people prefer to rate faceless YouTube channels for a variety of reasons, including privacy concerns, personal preferences, and the nature of the content itself. By utilizing the powerful video editing features of InVideo, an online video editing platform, you can maintain your presence while delivering compelling and engaging content to your audience. All right, so I just want to make sure that I do a video on this. I saw this article a while ago, but it's hard to do so many videos back to back to back. So I want to make sure that I cover this. I think Tiffany Lucas is out of French Toast's mind, and I think that justice must be served. So this is Antonio of Team Tiggio. Please like, comment, subscribe, and we'll be in the next video momentarily.